Hi, this is Sarah from Immigration Project, and today we're going to talk about how to apply for your work permit based on already having filed an application for asylum at least 150 days prior. This video is legal information and should not be considered legal advice. If you would like individual legal advice, please consult with an attorney. So, a person who has applied for asylum is then eligible to apply for an employment authorization document 150 days after the government receives their filed asylum application. So, it's very important that the person has received proof of the date that the government received their application for asylum. If they filed with USCIS or affirmative filing, then they'll receive an I-797C notice of action that has the date that USCIS received the asylum application. If the person was in a removal or deportation process and therefore filed defensively, filed their I-589 with the court, then they'll receive a stamped document with the date that the court received the I-589. They'll receive the I-589 returned to them with this stamp. In some cases where people are not receiving the return to I-589 with a stamp, there is a process where you can receive a letter or another form of proof from the court, from EOIR, which is the court, that states the date when the person's filing was received by the court. So it's absolutely necessary that you have one of these official government documents that show the date that your application was received by the government, because 150 days after that date is when the person is eligible to apply for their work permit. The first step to apply for that work permit would be to create a USCIS account at myaccount.uscis.gov. It's going to ask for some security questions, two-step verification, send a code to your email to confirm your email address. So first step is to create that USCIS account. So after I've created my USCIS account, I'm going to go ahead and log into that account. And in the My Account drop-down menu, I'm going to choose File a Form Online. And the form that I'm looking for is the I-765 application for employment authorization. It will give me a message that I need to read about the different eligibility categories to see if I am eligible for asylum. Category C8 is for those who have applied for asylum at least 150 days prior to the date that they're going to fill out this I-765. So after I select the I-765, it has me read some more releases and some information, the documents I'm going to need, and the steps that I'm going to have to go through. So it takes me through a few different reminders and notices that I should read. Then it's going to ask my eligibility category. So if I filed for asylum at least 150 days ago, then I'm going to choose category C8, pending asylum and withholding of removal. It has the special notice that tells me I'm eligible to apply 150 days after I applied for asylum. However, they cannot issue me my work permit for a total of 180 days. Then it's going to take me through some questions if I'm Salvadorian or Guatemalan applying under ABC. If this is my initial, very first time applying, or if I'm trying to get a replacement or a renewal. Have I ever filed this form before, maybe with humanitarian parole or some other immigration benefit? So you're just going to answer honestly. Have you ever completed the form before? Is someone assisting you with this application? Remember, the only person who should assist another person would be an attorney, but it is okay to do your own legal paperwork. Then I'm going to put my name, middle name, and if I have two last names, those both are going to go in this box. If I only have one last name, that's also fine. If I've used any other names, including if they got my name wrong on immigration paperwork or some documents, I should include any other alternate spellings of my name. Maybe if I had a married name, or maybe if I have two last names and in some paperwork only appears one of my last names, for example. So any other versions of my name that appear on any official paperwork anywhere, I'm going to include. Daytime phone number, email address, mailing address. They do send notices and important information to your mailing address. So if your physical address is not a safe place to receive mail, you can enter the safe mailing address in the first area and then a physical address where you're actually living in a second area. Or you can mark that they are the same. Gender, marital status. Again, just really important that you fill out all of these questions truthfully. City, town, or village of birth, state of birth, country of birth, date of birth, your country of citizenship or nationality. You can add more than one. So here I can add if I have dual citizenship. If you have an I-94, you can fill in the number here. We have another video if you're not sure how to find your I-94. Date that you arrived in the United States, through what port of entry, where did you arrive to the United States? And status can be blank if you didn't enter with a visa or any kind of permission that is in that drop-down menu. It's fine to leave it blank. Passport number of any passport, that could be from any country. If you have it, enter it here. If you don't have it, leave it blank. Visa number, expiration date of your passport, immigration status or category you currently have. Again, it's fine to leave it blank if none of these apply to you. A number. If you had contact with immigration or customs at any point when coming to the United States, you should have an A number. So you'll want to enter that there. You may or may not have a USCIS online account number. If you do have one, you'll enter it there. Have you ever had a Social Security card? Again, answer honestly. If you have ever had an official Social Security card issued to you by the Social Security Administration, do you want a Social Security card? Most employers will want this when you start working. So most people choose yes. In which case they're going to have to consent to disclosure of information to the Social Security Administration, and you'll have to fill in. I'm filling in my father's first and last name, and my mother's first and last name is required. Have you ever been arrested for or convicted of any crime? Again, answer truthfully. You'll also need to upload a 2x2 inches photo of you. That's 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. If you need help getting a passport style photo, you can communicate with Immigration Project. We can give you some suggestions for how to get that taken at the local Walgreens or how to do it yourself with an application on your phone. If you have your I-94, you're going to need to upload that here. If you don't, you can bypass that step. You must upload a photo ID, which could be from your country or from the United States, but must have photo ID. Then here is where I have to upload proof that I applied for asylum at least 150 days prior and that filing was received by the government at least 150 days prior. So in this spot, I will need to upload a photo of my stamped I-589 that I received back from EOIR, or my I-797 from USCIS, or another official government document from one of those entities that states that they received my asylum filing and on what date. So that must be uploaded here. If I have a Board of Immigration Appeals remand order, that would go here. And then if I have any additional information that I need to add, it's possible to do that there. Finally, it will review my application. It'll let me know based on category C8 that I chose that my form filing fee is $0 because this is a work permit based on asylum. And then it's going to alert me to any errors that it detected in my application, which of course happened because I filled in fake information in order to show you this process. And the process again was filing for employment authorization based on having filed for asylum at least 150 days prior. This video should not be used for any other purpose other than information about the topic for which it was intended. And if you have any questions or would like a legal consultation rather than doing this form by yourself, please call Immigration Project 309 829 8703 for residents of our service area in Illinois. Thank you and good luck.